What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another vlog. This is going to be an exciting one because we are in Italy with Zach's family. This is my first time in Italy. We are doing a cycling trip with Backroads across like Verona, Parma, and then we end in Venice. And we actually started the trip yesterday. We flew to Milan, then we trained to Parma, and we biked about 16 miles to the castle that we're staying at now. I just was so tired, like really not feeling well. So we're starting the vlog today. Today Zach and I are taking it easy. We're gonna just chill at this castle. It was built like 600 years ago, and if you guys know, I am a huge medieval nut. So this trip is gonna be very exciting from a history standpoint. But yeah, we're gonna take it easy today, and then tonight we have a pasta making class, and then obviously we're gonna eat the food that we make, so I'm super excited about that. I think that now I'm gonna head over to the pool and do some reading, some sunbathing, maybe even look for some of the kitties. There's kitties all across this property, which if you know, you know. I am a huge kitty lover. Zach and I are missing the cats like crazy though. Linus and Lucy, our babies, like we really are missing them, but I'm getting my cat fix through all the kitties here at the castle. I'm currently reading The Broom of the System by David Foster Wallace, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I'm only on page 268, but I'm like thrilled with the way that he plays with language. I've never read, well, I guess that's not true. This book kind of reminds me of The Crying of Lot 49 by Thomas Pynchon, just in the way that like it's a reality that's like 3 degrees off. It's, you know, it takes place in Ohio, but it's not like the real world Ohio. And the way that he plays with language, it just creates this otherworldly sense of being. I don't know, I think it's so interesting. It's about a woman whose grandmother, along with other patients in the nursing home that she's in, they go missing. And it's her pursuit of like trying to figure out where her grandmother is. I think actually it's her great grandmother, I think. But I got the pages wet and now it's like all wrinkly. But yeah, highly recommend. I'm loving this so far. I think that it's gonna go up there with some of my favorite books. My favorite book of all time is Dracula. Giovanni's Room is also up there, and the way that this is going, I think it's gonna be up there too. Also, the cicadas are crazy. It's so loud. I like it. Zach does not like it, but it reminds me a lot of like North Carolina, South Carolina, where I grew up. We don't hear a lot of bugs or like nature sounds in LA, so it's always nice to see and hear like these pieces of the natural world, because I've gotten accustomed to the city life, if you will. I actually don't even know if you can hear me because of the cicadas, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday and it's also my 25th birthday. So exciting. We are gonna have an amazing day today, although I should go ahead and tell you that last night was also incredible. As you guys saw, we did the pasta making class and then we got to eat the pasta that we made, which is so cool. Honestly, like, I keep finding myself so full before we even finish the meal. Like, it was like 4 courses and by the second course I was stuffed. So I need to pace myself better, but it was so delicious. The dessert was also incredible. It was a vanilla gelato made with milk from the cows on the farm we were at. Like, how freaking cool. But today we're doing like a kind of history sort of day. So we're gonna be biking from Sabianeta to Mantova, and it's gonna be very historical, lots of medieval sites. And I think that Sabianeta is where the Gonzaga family is from, so that'll be very cool to see. And then we finish the day in Mantova and we're gonna do like a walking tour of the city and eat dinner there. So it's gonna be the perfect way to celebrate my 25th birthday. What? 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 Hey guys, good morning. It is the next day and I have to say I had the most magical birthday ever. I really loved especially our walking tour of Mantova. I'm very interested in history and especially seeing the church and like hearing about it was so incredible. They have a relic there. It is only like available to be seen on Good Friday, so we didn't get to actually see the relic, but supposedly it is sand with the blood of Christ from his crucifixion. Granted, you know, like it was found centuries after the actual crucifixion, so you know, who's to say, but relics aren't really about like the, you know, scientific accuracy of it. It's very faith-based. And one of like my main interests, and maybe it's a little bit morbid, but like when I was studying like medieval Christianity, I found relics very interesting because oftentimes they would have like a bit of a morbidity to them. They would be like body parts from saints, like mummified. There's like a mummified arm of, I don't remember the exact name of the saint. I can probably put it on the screen, but I remember like studying that and just being like kind of, I don't know, just in awe of it because, you know, there's an inherent like darkness and morbidity in like worshiping or like doing pilgrimages to these locations. But this church was a site for pilgrims in the Middle Ages on their way to Jerusalem, and I don't know, I just found it so cool. And of course the church was insane. Like I've never seen anything like that in person before. It was huge, and of course, you know, everything's painted. It's very, very cool. and we had dinner, and we had like the pumpkin pasta. And Zach and I were talking about how it was like literally our favorite thing we've eaten on the whole trip. It was so incredible. We went to Brusque in Mantua, and it was, again, like, it's so delicious. So if you're ever in the area, highly recommend. But now we are at our hotel in, well, I guess it's not in Verona, but it's like maybe an hour outside of Verona. And I think I'm gonna head over to the pool. The property is beautiful. I'm like literally like looking out the window, and it looks like a movie set or something. So very, very beautiful. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go get a tan and read as usual. So distinguished. Good morning and happy Thursday. Yesterday was the perfect chill day. We rested by the pool and then we took the shuttle into Verona. We went to this crazy museum. It was like in this old castle, and I'll put the name of it on the screen because I can't quite remember the name of the museum, but they had so many cool historical like Christian art pieces, which made me geek out so hard. Like, I was telling Zach's parents about how like throughout the ages, like Jesus has been portrayed very differently. Like, you know, there was even a time where like Jesus was portrayed as like buff. I remember learning about that in my history of Jesus class. Like, just so interesting to see like how he's been portrayed through the ages. Of course, like during this time period when the art that we were looking at was created, he's shown as very, it's meant to like highlight his suffering. So he's very emaciated on the cross and stuff like that. But it was so interesting. And they had this painting, which I've seen before, and I will put the name of it, or I don't know, it'll be like in the clips yesterday. But it has this guy smiling in such a creepy way, and he's holding a child's drawing. And there's something so modern about, like, it almost looks like a meme in a way. But that was super cool. We also went to Juliet's balcony, which of course isn't actually like the balcony from Romeo and Juliet, but it's still really cool to see like when in Verona, you know. Today we're gonna do some biking, and then we're just gonna chill at the hotel because this place is insane. I'm pretty sure that the property is like a historic castle or something like that. I'll have to ask, but it's like so beautiful. I'm like looking outside and it's unreal, really. But yeah, I mean, we're just really taking it easy, enjoying the sights. It is like 1,000,000 degrees, so we are dying a little bit in that regard, especially when like we're biking. I need to hydrate today because every time I get on that bike, I feel like I'm going to die with the heat. So hydration is key. Oh my gosh, also at dinner last night, we saw the castle cat, and I asked the waiter what her name was. Her name is Noella, and he told me that in Italian, they don't say like cats are making biscuits, they say they're making biscotti, like the cookies. So freaking cute. I've had the time of my life with all of these Italian kitties. Like, it just makes me so happy. I'm such an animal lover, and I don't know, all the cats are just so sweet and spoiled. Like, at every property we've been to, you can tell that they're supposed to be like barn cats, you know, killing the mice, but clearly they're spoiled little house cats, really. So it's been so fun to see them and love on them, and I can't wait to see Linus and Lucy when we get home. Good morning and happy Friday. It is the last day of our biking portion of the trip, which makes me very sad. I've had such an amazing time, and I've really quite enjoyed the biking more than I thought I would. Like, before this trip, I've only cycled like a few times with Zach, and I wouldn't really consider myself a true cyclist in the way that Zach's family is. But I really enjoyed it. I find it very meditative to just be on the bike, and I don't know, going through obviously all this beautiful nature has been incredible. But this morning we're gonna do just a quick final farewell ride, and then we are going to Venice. We're gonna spend literally like just a day and some change there. We have this afternoon and then all day Saturday, and then Sunday we fly back home. So transitioning back into work on Monday is going to be very difficult, but we wanted to see Venice, so I'm sure it will be worth it. We don't have like any specific itinerary picked out yet for Venice, so we'll see where the day takes us, if you will, but I'm super excited. I was like looking at pictures of the city online, and it literally looks like a fairy tale, like a dream. I mean, honestly, this whole trip has been a dream, but the canals, like the old architecture, I don't know, like of course everyone loves Venice, so super excited to see that.
No. Hi. Hi. You're just a baby. Yeah, you're just a baby.
We have arrived in Venice, and I am insanely hungry, and I'm trying not to have a hunger meltdown, so we're gonna go get something to eat for lunch, and then Zach and I are gonna go to some vintage stores and a bookstore. I am super excited. As you guys know, I love vintage goodies, and I'm gonna pick up some stuff for my parents, hopefully find some cool vintage clothing items, and we also need to get something for Linus and Lucy. We have a tradition of picking them up stuff when we travel. Like when we traveled last fall across Europe, we got them little plates in Ireland for them to eat off of, and they really are the most spoiled cats in the world. And actually, like, I feel like with the Backroads group, like I became known as like the animal lover, because every time we would pass like cows or donkeys or cats, like I would drop everything to go say hi to them. I just love animals, so I'm hoping we'll see some kitties today too. I've heard that there are some kitties in Venice, and of course, you know I'm gonna give them pets. Also, I've been loving this For Love and Lemon's dress. I've been wearing it on repeat on this trip. Like, the sleeves are so fun, and then I'm wearing these Frida Salvatore flats, and then my usual jewelry, and then this matching bracelet that my mom has had for forever. I think it's vintage, and I stole it from her when I moved out here to LA, so you've probably seen this a million times on my wrist. Hey, good morning guys. Yesterday I was the world's worst vlogger because it was maybe 1 million degrees outside. I literally was so hot, I just couldn't bring myself to go digging through my bag and take out my camera more than maybe 5 times. But we did really have an amazing time despite the heat. We went into some vintage clothing stores, I got some goodies, and then of course just walked around, did some shopping and exploring. We went to the bookstore too, which was so cool, and I've just been really amazed at how nice everyone is here. Every time I bought stuff, people throw in freebies, and maybe that's just what they do for everyone, but it just feels oh my gosh, thank you. We went to the Murano glass charm store. I got this crab for Cancer, which is my zodiac sign, and I think I'm probably gonna go back today because they had one of the Lion of St. Mark, and I really regretted not getting it, so I think I'm gonna get that for my necklace. But she gave me a free charm of a cross with the Murano glass. How sweet is that? But anyways, today I think we're going to go to the Guggenheim Museum here, and I don't know quite else what we're gonna do. Oh, we're gonna do St. Mark's Cathedral, of course, but it is our last day, which is so sad. I can't believe that we're at the end of this trip. My heart hurts, although I am super excited to see our babies. We really miss the cats, so it's gonna be amazing to come home and see them. Actually, last time we went to England, Zach said that his favorite part of the trip was coming home to see them, so I know that we're both gonna be really happy to see the cats, but gotta stay in the present moment and enjoy today while we're here, because Venice literally looks like something out of a dream. I was telling Zach last night after dinner, we had pizza. It was delicious, although Zach did tell me, this is very interesting, they banned pizza ovens in Venice on account of the fire hazard. So compared to the rest of Italy, apparently the pizza is supposed to be not as good, but my pizza was delicious, so who's to say. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I remember. I had this dream maybe 6 months ago, and I have these crazy vivid dreams where I know it sounds insane, but I can literally feel the wind on my face, smell, taste things. It's crazy. When I'm dreaming, I have to check the clock on my phone to see what time it is, because it's so real. And even when it says something crazy it's 43:72 o'clock, I'm still wait, it feels so real. Am I actually dreaming? But I had this dream that my friend Ella and I went to this wedding, and it looked exactly like Venice. There was little canals everywhere. It was just breathtakingly beautiful, and it's so weird to come here, and it feels like I'm living the dream that I had 6 months ago to be in this place. So very cool. I also have another fact that we learned yesterday. So we're staying in the old Jewish ghetto, and we were researching the area while we were at dinner, just talking about it and stuff, and we learned that the reason that the buildings are so tall in the ghetto is because they were confined to such a small space. So for the I think it was the 1500s, 1600s, it's very unusual to see super tall buildings, but because they were so confined to a specific space, they had to build up. So they have some of the tallest buildings for the time period because they were forced to build up rather than out. So lots of interesting history knowledge being gained on this trip. But anyways, yeah, I've got to get Zach awake and ready to go, and then we're gonna go to the Guggenheim Museum, which I'm sure will be beautiful.
This is clearly a reference to Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. Here we see the mystical creatures looking for escape down into the underground, where they'll mix with the green of the promise and the blue of the ocean's origins and emerge here through the bloody struggle, out the birth canal, into